Hello, I am Deacon Celeste Burns, and I am a board member of the David and Dovetta Wilson Scholarship Fund. I am a community advocate. I am a voice for the people that are not heard, whether it's in the community or in the district. I am also an employee for the city. So I work for HRA, where I assist people in being able to eat.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today and
You're
giving me your
welcome.
time. I want to give everyone a little bit more insight into the David and Dovetta Wilson Scholarship Fund. So, this is why I'm doing this interview series. So,
Yes, thank you for
first,
having me.
I want to start off with a couple questions about your early life. So, when and where were you born?
I was born in the Bronx, the Boogie Down Bronx.
Boogie Down
Yes,
Bronx. And I know you have a large family
I
of
do.
like um, 8 or 9 aunts and uncles. Is that correct?
So it's eight aunts and uncles, and then my mom makes nine.
And do
Passed
you have
away.
any siblings?
I do. I have a brother. His name is Avon, and I'm the oldest. He's 2 years younger than me.
And what does everyday life look like for somebody in the Bronx growing up in your time? Like any stories you want to tell? What has the Bronx taught you?
Bronx. You know, the Bronx for me, everyone that was from Long Island and from other states always looked at the Bronx as if we were poor and struggling. But the truth is, I never felt that way. My mother always made sure that we were cute and very demure and very mindful. And she always made sure that we ate every meal. And so for me, the Bronx is about opportunity, right? It's about being able to know where you fit and being able to make it happen. And so when we look at New York is huge, is different, but you always can find a place to be able to survive. And so for me, the Bronx, we made it. We would be able to tell the difference of who was really poor and struggling and who were those that made it through when maybe we were struggling, but my brother and I, we really never knew.
Amazing. And you've also said before that your mom was kind of the glue of the 9 original siblings. So tell me a little bit about your mom.
Well, out of the nine, mom was number five. So you have the brothers and the sisters, and then mom was in the middle. So I wasn't involved in civil rivalry or whatever that whatever they went through. But for nine, it was a lot. So she was the one that always pushed to keep them together. Just like any family, you have the battle, you have the sisters going against the brothers going against the sisters. And my mom was always the middle person. So they would run to my mom. The sisters, they were a team, they would run to my mom. The brothers was a team, they would run to my mom. And the way that we were raised, and at least I heard about it because the legacy continued, was that the mothers were closer with the sons and the daughters were closer to the dads. And so my mother leaned on that because I kind of saw that she did it when, it was my brother and I. The brothers would win. They would win. And so my mom kept the peace. And what she did was she probably stuck up for the brothers more. She's a woman, so she knew how to deal with the sisters, and she kept it at peace. So everyone went to her. She tried to calm it down. She tried to work it out, and a lot of times it worked out.
That's amazing. And I've also recognized, even after only knowing you for 12 hours, you have this vibrant energy and you're such a radiant person to be around. And do you think that those traits are inherited from your mom?
Yeah, it is. And from the Wilsons in general, um, it's instilled in us, right? We don't hold weight. Well, let me get it right. We hold the weight, but we don't show it. Everyone has weight, right? And so my mom, as much as she went through that, she doesn't need to discuss, right? Everyone goes through something. she always had a smile. And she taught me how to smile. And my mother, she lit up a room. She was the vibrant one. And so, I'm the daughter. So you watch everything that your mother does. But my mother also prepared me for her leaving early. And I didn't understand that in 2010. But she always told me to be involved, to smile. And sometimes I didn't want to smile. But you know what? When you smile, that's an extra muscle. And when you smile, it's contagious. And when you smile, you realize, especially us as giving back and being able to help, that you will change a person's life by your smile.
That's amazing. So, from your previous question answer, I, and I'm sure you are too, am a firm believer of community outreach, resources, and help, which leads me to some questions about the David and Dovetta Wilson Scholar Fund as a whole. If I'm not mistaken, the fund was officially recognized in 1991, but the first scholarship was given out in 1990. So, what was your role in the stages of the fund, like the beginning stages of the fund? Like, how involved were you? Like, not super involved? Like, tell me a little bit about your beginnings with the David and Dovetta Wilson Scholarship Fund.
So let's see. I was born in 1972. So what is that? 18 years. Um, I was pregnant with my son, who is in his 30s now. I can't even catch up, but because I'm getting younger, he's getting older. And so I was about 18. I was pregnant, and my mom knew, but I was introduced to the David and Dovetta Wilson Scholarship Fund. And I remember the reason for it was to encourage my grandma, who was robbed and conned for her money. And so her children, the nine, they made sure they thought of something to keep it alive. And so I remember like the second year, so 1991, and we had it at this hall, and I remember us getting the food together, and whoever was in charge of the food had burned it, and we have all of these people out waiting for us to eat. So the place didn't have servers, and I remember being pregnant, running around, making sure that the food was out. And guess what? It was the best year
That's
of our long journey of years.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And obviously, it is a family foundation. So, how is it working with family members? What are some of the benefits or some of the drawbacks of working so close with your family from a business perspective? Does it get difficult or do you love it? Or both?
So I became the board member because my mom passed away, right? So I'm the oldest, of my brother and I. So I replaced her. And, you know, I remember every year when, after the scholarship fund, there was always a meeting. And we couldn't be involved in the meeting because we weren't part of the board. I mean, and it got to the point where, like your parents will go home and they'll talk about it. My mother never talked about it. So we weren't able to hear anything that was going on. But as we grew older, you make the decision on if you want to be involved or not. And so, I always say, the parents want their children to continue the legacy. You have a lot of children that will. And then you have some that may not, and that's okay too. Our family is huge, just the immediate of the nine with their children and their grandchildren. And so for me, because I'm into business and entrepreneurship, it allows me to learn more on how I can apply it in my personal life and in my business. And so I appreciate if I can go back and say, I wish I would have done this, but it's okay because when the time is right, that's the right time. And so for the ones that are involved, we're excited about it, and we are appreciative on how it is growing.
What do you hope for the future of the scholarship fund? Do you have any ideas?
I pray that it becomes a foundation, that it becomes where we don't have to do fundraising anymore. We don't have to raise money because more organizations will be able to know. And it will be locked in to where we would be able to have an overflow of the money coming in from the organizations because what we're doing, right? And I'm not just saying this because I'm a Wilson and a director of the scholarship fund. I'm saying it because we are different and we are unique. And the way we do things, we are real about it because it's instilled in us. And like we always discuss, it's not about the money. And I believe that when you do things from the heart and you do things because it's passionate in what you do and not about the money, it's always going to come out correctly.
That's amazing. That's beautiful. And my final question, how would you describe the David and Dovetta Wilson Scholarship Fund in 1 to 2 sentences that someone was, if somebody was unaware of the organization?
The David and Dovetta Wilson Scholarship Fund is an organization that is here to help you. It is here to help you where you are. We are looking for the ones that are in need, the ones that don't have a voice, the ones that are afraid to be able to say, listen, my average is a C. Can you help me to get a B? We are here to be able to help with the parents that don't have funding to be able to send their children to college. We are able to meet you where you are. And if you would give us the opportunity to take a moment to fill out that application of the David and Dovetta Wilson Scholarship Fund, I promise you will not regret it.
Thank you so much. You are so
You're
amazing. Like
welcome.
I said, so vibrant, so radiant.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sitting
You're
down with me
welcome.
today.
And thank you.
Absolutely. Make sure to follow the David and Dovetta Wilson Scholarship Fund on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and check out our website at the link in our bio.